Hi, I'm Susanna. I'm an author and a freelance book formatter. My debut novel, Katie, is a modern retelling of Jane Austen's Northanger Abbey, and I've also published an urban fantasy short story, In the Shadow of Death. Today I'm doing the Writer's Not Writing tag. This tag has 10 questions, and I get to tell you a little bit about myself and what I do when I'm not writing. I saw Emma Bennett and a few other authortubers do this tag months ago, and I've been meaning to do this tag ever since. Better late than never, right? So let's get to the questions. Question number 1. Do you have a day job? I would call myself a recovering academic. I used to be a researcher, and I might still be if I had funding, but unfortunately academia is a very precarious career choice. So naturally I switched it to another precarious career choice, and now I'm pursuing a career as an author. I don't have a regular day job, but besides writing I do work as a freelance book formatter. I format ebooks and print books, and I've also done some cover design. If you're interested, there's a link to the services I offer in the description. Question number 2. Are you a reader? Of course, if you couldn't tell by my background. Behind me you can see some of the over 1200 books I own, and yes, I've read almost all of them. I read 50 plus books every year and have been a voracious reader ever since I learned how to read. And before that, I used to force my parents to read me all the time. Question 3. What are your other hobbies? I don't have a lot of other hobbies. I occasionally knit, I sometimes bake. I used to play the piano, but my digital piano broke and I don't know if I can get it fixed or if I should replace it. I would love to do more arts and crafts like watercolor painting or junk journaling, but I haven't found the time for it. Question number 4. Tea or coffee? Neither. My hot beverage of choice is hot chocolate. Question number 5. What are you passionate about? I'm passionate about writing and getting better as a writer. I'm passionate about learning new things. I love going down research rabbit holes. That's one of the reasons why I became a researcher in the first place. I love learning languages, especially. More on that when we get to question number 9. And I'm not a huge activist, that's not my personality, and I'm not as vocal about some things as I feel like I probably should be, but I am passionate about human rights and equality. Question number 6. Do you have any pets? Unfortunately not. If I had a pet, I'd get a dog, but I'm currently renting an apartment and I would love to be able to offer my dog a yard. I have co-owned 4 dogs with my mother, and they lived with my parents who live in a house, so they have a yard. But my mother currently doesn't have a dog, and as she's getting aged, she's not going to get one anymore. The 4 dogs we've had were all Samoyeds, and that's the breed I'd probably choose for myself as well if I ever get a dog. Question number 7. What was your dream job as a child? Author. I've always wanted to be an author. There was a short time when I thought I wanted to become a vet. But then I did a week-long work-life orientation when I was 14 and I realized that was not for me. In Finland, in middle school, we have these week-long work-life orientation programs. You go to a workplace and get experience on what the work looks like and learn if it's something that you'd want to do in the future. So in 8th grade, I did my work-life orientation in a vet's office. Not my thing. In the 9th grade, I did the work-life orientation in the library, and that was much better, so I guess I could have become a librarian, but I don't really want to work in customer service. So I first became a researcher, and now author it is. Question number 8. If you could live anywhere else in the world, where would it be? I'm not sure I would want to live anywhere else in the world. I would like to visit a lot of places. My dream vacation destination would be Bombay. I visited Rome, but I've never been anywhere else in Italy. But I wouldn't want to move to another country. I mean, Finland has been ranked as the happiest country in the world 8 years in a row, so this is a pretty nice place to live. I mean, sure, it's dark and cold in the winter, and I would love to visit warmer countries like Italy or Greece, but to live somewhere else, no, I like it here. Question number 9. Do you speak any foreign languages? I'm currently speaking one. My native language is Finnish, but I'm fluent in English as well. I've also studied Swedish and German in school, ancient Greek, Hebrew, Latin, Coptic, and a little bit of Sumerian in the university, and modern Greek, French, Italian, and Spanish for fun. I also know a few words in Estonian, but not enough to actually communicate in it. And there are a lot of other languages I would love to learn, at least the basics. Not necessarily to communicate in them, just for fun and possibly for fantasy world building reasons. Question number 10. What music would we find in your collection? Mostly 90s and early 2000s pop and rock. Tori Amos, Kate Bush, Alanis Morissette, Melissa Etheridge. I also have some Finnish and Swedish bands in my playlist, mostly Kent. But also 90s Metallica, Linkin Park, Evanescence, but also Britney Spears and ABBA. Basically anything I listened to when I was a teenager. Those were all the questions. I'm going to link Emma Bennett's playlist in the description so you can see how other people have answered these questions, and if you want to join the challenge, consider yourself tagged. Let me know in the comments what your dream job was as a child, and if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video.